This episode is brought to you by That Gosh Darn Hippie Show. Featuring music from the days of vinyl, it's the grooviest thing to hear on your radio. Hi, I'm Diva from Musical Hell, and I know the score. There is one kind of dramatic music I haven't talked about a lot on this series, and that's the concept album. Part of the reason for that is because concept albums can be tricky to pin down. While many do tell a story and even evolve into fully staged musicals, Hadestown being the most recent example, many other concept albums are simply meditations on a unifying theme. And even those that do have a narrative can be confusing and ambiguous. Have you ever tried explaining the plot of The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway to someone? So it's probably worth examining a concept album that not only tells a story, but does so in a distinctly unique way. I am referring to Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds. And yes, that is the full title. Wayne's 1978 retelling of H.G. Wells' seminal alien invasion novel is a musical version in that it uses music as a storytelling device, but it's not really a musical in the theatrical sense of the term. Much of the story is told through instrumental music, making heavy use of themes and leitmotif. Details are mainly supplied through a spoken narrator, the journalist, played on the original album by Richard Burton, and in the 2006 stage concert by a very uncanny valley Richard Burton head.
On Horsell Common, the Martians continued hammering and stirring, sleepless, indefatigable, at work upon the machines they were making. Now and again a light, like the beam of a warship's searchlight, swept the common.
In this aspect, War of the Worlds resembles a symphonic tone poem more than anything, and yet that's not a completely accurate classification either, as vocal music also plays a significant role in the score. The journalist has a second sung voice, representing his internal thoughts and feelings, most notably in the song Forever Autumn, as the journalist searches in vain for his fiancée in the wake of the invasion.
Through autumn's golden gown, we used to kick our way. You always loved this time of year. Those fallen leaves lie undisturbed now, 'cause you're not here.
The most overtly theatrical moment in the piece is the dialogue between the parson Nathaniel and his wife Beth, an excellent study in contrasts, with one character mired in despair and fanaticism, and the other embracing courage and hope.
When the demons arrive, those alive would be better off dead.
There must be something worth living for. There must be something worth trying for.
However, it's the leitmotifs that really stand out in the album. The main theme is a suitably dramatic piece shifting between strings and synthesizers, highlighting the conflict between human and alien forces. Martians themselves have multiple distinct motifs, most notably a heavily modulated war chant and an eerie, high-pitched signal call. I also like the music for the red weed, the invasive Martian vegetation. It's atmospheric and beautifully creepy. the Worlds is something of a one-hit wonder for Jeff Wayne. Most of his other work is in television or commercial music, but he has continued to evolve it in interesting ways in the decades since its release, including a video game, multiple tours, a New Generation remix featuring Liam Neeson doing the narration, and most recently an immersive theatrical production in London. It's a rather fitting arc for something so unique. I'm Diva, I know the score, and now, so do you.
Anything